Congressman Mike Haridopolos in the 8th District joining us. He's also the chairman of the House Space and Aeronautics Subcommittee. Congressman, always good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning. What a spectacular day yesterday. Just honored to be a part of it all.
Oh, I can imagine. I mean, Kennedy Space Center in your district, which is fantastic. You were there for the launch. Describe the emotions. I can only imagine what that was like.
I mean, you run out of adjectives to describe yesterday's spectacular launch. And I had so many other congressmen came up to me saying, you have the coolest district in the country. And I happen to agree. And it's just a spectacular day. For those people who haven't seen one of some of my videos I put up, to just feel the power of that rocket as it took off and just the excitement we felt that we are going back to the moon for the first time since 1972, and the commitment we've made in Congress to make sure that America wins this new space race against the communist Chinese.
Yeah, having been there in person, there's nothing like the power of seeing that in person. You mentioned the space race, and Congressman, it's such a big deal. We're in this space race with China. The moon is a critical part of that. Talk about why this mission is such a key part of this race.
Well, that's a great question, Ryan. As you know, when we landed on the moon for the first time back in 1972, we needed to get everything right. We need to have all the information possible as we get ready for that landing. And that's exactly what we're doing now with this new modern spacecraft. And so we are probing, learning, and understanding how we're going to land on the moon, because our goal is to get to the South Pole on the moon. That's where the water is located. Of course, that means you have hydrogen there, and that could be our propellant to eventually go off to Mars. And what we've also focused on is creating a moon base where we can, of course, do all types of medical experiments and, of course, improve our communications, which you and I are enjoying right now.
Yeah, that's right. And we know Artemis 3 is coming next year. This will be with astronauts again. Then we could be landing on the lunar surface in 2028. Now, SpaceX and others will partner with those missions. How critical is that? Where do all those plans stand at this point?
That's a great question. And so what we're looking at now, the big challenge we have now is we need to build that modern lander. We all remember, of course, back in July of 1969, or at least see the pictures of it, that lander that took place. We're going to the next generation of landers so we can actually bring in more cargo, because we're building a base, we need more cargo. There will also be a series of unmanned missions that will launch things to the moon and eventually, again, almost set up equipment for those astronauts to work on the moon surface. So this is a big deal for us. And there's also, of course, rare earth metals that we call, in this case, rare moon metals, where you can bring things like helium-3 back to the moon, which helps with our energy production, especially with nuclear energy production.
What do you think China's reaction is as they watched all this yesterday?
I think they're a little jealous. We are leading the world in space opportunities. And as you know, right now, I think we have another launch plan today. Last year, 165 launches out of the United States, whether it be SpaceX, Blue Origin, and other companies like ULA. And remember, that rocket that was built was a lot of the local companies around our community. This is a true American hero situation, an American company situation, where we are leading the world in futuristic technologies. And what we want to also make sure is we're in conflicts around the world. You remember, this is not just a commercial venture or just an idea of exploration. It's also about military and, of course, national security. We want to make sure we have that GPS technology so our men and women in uniform have the best information possible should we get into the conflict anywhere around the world.
Well, what a day for the U.S. space industry, and, of course, the first of many steps ahead. Congressman, I'm glad you're able to be there. Thanks for sharing the insight with us.
Always great to see you, Ryan. Thank you.